for years to come. But the other thing too is like with the Obama story, with Kevin, with all of these things, it's about touching base with the world we live in, but giving it to you in a way that you can have a good time with it. And so, yeah, Obama and Palin, we know what they're like outside. But let's put them in Riverdale and see what happens. Now, let's have a little fun with that. Let's mess with them. And so we have that balance. That's the balance we shoot for. A good time, a good story. And after that, it's catch as catch can. Okay, another question. Oh, this gentleman right here.
Okay. I've met friends all over the world, like in South America and Europe, who are big Sonic fans. So I was wondering if there'd be any possible distribution of the Sonic comic in those locations, or more countries.
Aren't we out there already? I know Archie sells in a number of countries. Mike, speak on that.
Sonic is sold worldwide. We just added international shipping to archiecomics.com. So anything you need, wherever you are, go to us first.
We'll be back after another word from our sponsor. So there you have it. It's already out there. So I guess if anybody's having problems getting it, they should go to the website and say, we're having problems getting it. What's up? Okay? Next question. Okay, let me go here and then I'll come back to you. The gentleman with the beard, you're turning it over to the young lady next to you, because she speaks well, right? Okay.
Is it possible to get all the issues of the Sonic comics, including the original ones? Or...
You mean all delivered to your house?
I mean, can you buy them somewhere? Out of stream?
How long have you been doing Sonic?
93.
1993. Okay, so that's a lot of comics. I'm going to say that I'm sure that somewhere they're archived for the sake of history. I think you're on a quest. I think it's a matter of hitting conventions like this, becoming really good friends with your local comic book retailers and asking to see what they can order for you, eBay, any of those things. I think you have an interesting challenge ahead of you. But you know what? I will say this. If you pull it off, or as you go on this quest, and as you succeed in steps, let us know. And if we can help you, we will. You know where the website is, right? Use it. Use it. Okay, somebody wanted to say something?
Yeah, there's also a whole series of paperbacks collecting all the old Sonic books in order. So they probably, I don't know if they have some at the booth or not, but you can always ask them up there and they can probably steer you toward where to get them, like the website perhaps.
And unlike some publishers that I could name but won't, we actually like to hear from people. I mean, we really do. That's what you're saying. Send in suggestions and everything. We like to hear what you have to say. That's why there's a website, and in years gone by, that's why you could write in and you could draw in. Do it. Use us. We're there for you, okay? All right. So, oh, wow, more hands. Hot dog. Okay, let's go with the lovely lady back there because she's prettier than you are, sir. But that's okay. I'll come back to you.
This question's for Fernando and Dan. I was actually wondering if there are any stories that you wanted to write under the prior direction of Archie that you'd like
I'm
to
going to
write
hide back here while you guys speak.
Fernando, were there any stories you wanted to write but you couldn't? I could say yes, there's been stories I wanted to write that I couldn't.
They've pretty much been okay with most of the ideas that I've thrown out there. So yeah, sometimes you have to tweak them a little bit, but for the most part, they've given me the green light.
Yeah, things have been much better in recent years. There in the past, especially with when you want to do parodies of things, there's a few things that are a little questionable. But with Jersey Shore, we just cleaned it up,
And this gentleman here?
Yes, Tom Salinka here for the Sonic Stadium. Just a question about the Sonic comics being sold through the iTunes store. I know they're available through the Archie app. Is there any plans to make more apps available directly to the iTunes itself, or?
Can one of you answer to that? Would Sonic be made available, or will it be made available through the iTunes store? I'm sorry, the gentleman speaking now is Mr. John Goldwater, co-CEO of Archie Comics.
The Sonic app will be live in a few weeks. So yes, there will be a standalone Sonic app. I think live by November 1st.
Okay, thank you. Yes?
Will there be more on the Valerie and Archie relationship?
Oh yeah, there's a second part to that. The first part was 2 issues of Archie, and then there's been another 2-part story that continues that. And is it being a digest? And then I think it'll be in a trade probably some point after that.
Yeah, they'll collect all 4 stories in a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not one of those one-shot things that happen and then you find out it was a dream. No.
No.
It's not
There's
that.
definitely more.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Yes. Yes, I told you I'd remember you.
Well, you already said about like Sonic Colors and that you're not going to do a Sonic 4, but like, are you planning on doing like a Sonic Free Riders?
Free Riders is still so new that Sega has not asked us to do a tie-in for it, and if they don't ask, we usually like to just go ahead and put our own stuff. I still plan on researching the game, and you may see elements of the game show up in the story, years down the line.
Okay, we have about 8 minutes more, so let me just try and get people that haven't yet, and then I'll come back to the more familiars. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I tend to really enjoy reading Archie comics. I enjoy the fact that they're nice, basically good people, but I also really enjoy their flaws, seeing Veronica or Reggie be complete jerks, or the obsessive stalker part of Betty's personality. I'd love an archive of just Betty being insane. Do you guys really enjoy balancing, keeping Archie, clean and neat and all that, with, the flaws that are necessary to make an entertaining story?
I'm going to comment and then I'll throw it to the rest of them. I don't think the stories stories aren't interesting if you're not really into the characters and who they are and the highs and lows of that. Otherwise it becomes the same thing over and over and over and over again. And since I'm one of the younger writers, not only age-wise, but in terms of experience, you already know about that. But coming to this, I mean, I grew up reading it, and I loved what I saw and what I knew, but when I came to it as a writer, I was coming, what do I bring to the table, and what haven't I seen that the editors will allow me to do? So yeah, I think it's finding the flaws is sometimes the real meat of the story, because we rise above certain things, or we mess up, and then we have to take responsibility for that, and how we deal with it is sometimes a really cool story right there. So I think you're going to find, at least with my stuff and several others, that will be there. But guys, you want to comment on your own? And Tom, speak up, please.
As an even younger writer than Alex, yeah, these are fun, goofy characters, and you got to get into the goofiness because that's why we want to pick up an Archie comic. I think it's kind of goofy. I think it's kind of goofy these days that a lot of comic books are done just to try to depress you. And I think the world can be